Face reality, people. Movies are dead. Games are dead. Narrative? Dead.
Media is nothing but neural trigger response and viral conditioning.
Wait, what are you two talking about?
All right, here we go. Part 3 to reacting to Angry Old Hoops fan. I am enjoying this. He says enjoying at the same time. All right, here we go. Let's give it a look.
Well, I'm really enjoying
I can't even read that
people's
shit.
comments this morning following the
You didn't read
Lakers Celtics game. So I'm going to do a follow-up video. I shouldn't. It seems to hurt my channel to put out too many
LeBron's
videos.
crappy
But
roster defeats
for you guys, fuck it. I'll sacrifice the channel. By the way, this is one of many videos in a playlist breaking down that Celtics-Lakers game from February 1st. So watch them all, please. A couple of things I didn't mention that I should have or that I want to now. During LeBron's post-game interview following the Hawks game, he mentioned, he was obviously fully aware that he had the Celtics and the Knicks coming up.
So, obviously we got two really, really damn good teams, coming up, especially obviously Boston at home. I think they only lost one home game, so we just got to be better.
And there was no hint that there was anything wrong with his foot, his ankle. No mention that he might not play. I'm thinking he saw AD was going to sit out, and he's like, well, fuck it. I'm not going out there without AD. Or as many of you have pointed out, he thought he was going to punish the team and expose the team, which there's so much history over the last 3 years showing this squad do better when he's on the bench, that you'd think he would clue into that. But I got to tell you, there's something when your ego is out of control, you really can't see things. So everyone putting in the comments about, LeBron must know.
Oh my God.
I don't know, man. I mean, honestly, when everyone around you is a yes man and the media is even essentially.
Is that artist rendition? What is this? Does he looking crazy like that?
For your ego to just be untouchable. Like you cannot scrape through that exterior in order to see reality, especially if you don't want to. And that's why he still posts stupid shit like that hourglass, which, tweeting is, he needs the attention.
I mean, the backfire of backfires.
Yeah, that's a backfire.
You tweet that shit, and then your team, without your two best players, beat the number one team in the NBA, the best record in the NBA, on the road. It's a great home too, like Quadro. It's just that shit's just not. Is that karma? Like, I don't know.
It wasn't even like they were never in it. The Celtics were never in it.
Yeah. Like I'm not trying to like I'm not looking at LeBron like he's a bad person or anything. Like I don't know. He could be. Some of the things I've seen, like, yeah, I could believe it if someone said he was. I could believe it. Is this karma though?
I'm not gonna go there, but I will say that like I told you before we did these videos, like there's a delusion of grandeur with him, where he's like, remember the comment he said where I always make the right play?
Yeah,
I think he said even when I don't, like it's like. Dude, it's like I don't think he said the don't part. I just want to get it out. That's what it felt like he was saying though. But it's just like there's like a lot of like it's like come on, this guy's not he's not oblivious to the get LeBron more help. Like he probably in some ways also inspiring that conversation. Like get him more help. Like, dude, you don't play a full game no more, bro. Like you're useless on one side of the court.
Well, I mean, some could admit, like Angry Old Hoops fan, he's gonna make that argument that he is kind of useless on both sides because of the way he has to run offense.
And he's kind of right, but I don't even know, man. I think he might just be right.
Like it would be hard for me. It'd be hard to argue a 6'9", 260-pound freak athlete who has skills. Right, he can play basketball. He's not like a fucking bum. as
Yeah.
some people might say that. But at the same time, it's like if they want their offense to run through you, which means they have to do it your style, and you can't do this, or that. It's like you can be an hindrance because you might have guys who can do that, and you're kind of holding them back by swallowing up the basketball, or like the other clips that Angelo Hoops fan was showing, where he's just standing in the corner, waiting to get back on defense,
Yeah.
and it's like that can be a
And it's not
hindrance for
even like
sure.
it's not even like yeah, it's not even like he's gonna fucking give you an effort there either. He's just trying to save his win.
Imagine LeBron's like a backup offense, or like, I'm not saying he should come off the bench, but imagine if he was a sixth player, and it's like, hey man, go out there and play bully ball. Like you just come off the bench, and while we have our bench in, you're the main attraction. You go out there just try to score and fuck people up and shit. That would fit perfectly. That's what Russ was supposed to be like. That's what Russ ended up doing. I think he's doing that for the Clippers, right? Where it's like
They were
full
trying.
steam ahead type
They
shit.
remember when they had Carmelo doing that.
Yeah. Yo, come off the
It's like,
bench. It's like free Willy.
it's like
Do your thing.
you're essentially that, LeBron. You're essentially that.
Yeah, and it's like if that's the main offense, it's like man, like guys, like it doesn't seem like they even run sets instead of just let's find a way, dump the ball to AD. Let's find a way, LeBron dribble, go off the screen, or just pull up from 3-point land. Like that's not an offense. That's 2K.
No,
That's 2K
yeah.
trying to make your stats balance for your favorite players.
Yes,
It's
and
2K shit.
he's found a way to still run the offense. So he's gonna get his 20 plus and a good amount of assists, but they fucking lose on a regular basis.
Yeah, and I'd love to see someone analyze when and the context of his stats, which I think is Angry Old Hoops fan is trying to do, but he's doing it in like a kind of a hater way a bit.
Yeah,
But I'd like to see
in
like
a
a
fair way.
real
In a more
yeah,
fair way, yeah. I'm not
yes,
even saying the shit he's saying is wrong. He's just not doing like an all encompassing. He's cherry picking himself.
yeah, like,
Just everything bad, which is a lot. It's a lot bad.
yeah.
But it's still like you got to take the whole thing into account.
You score 30 points. I'm sorry, they don't all just come from one thing, right? He isn't
Yeah.
breaking all his shots. He isn't missing all his free throws. Like I'd like to see a full context of those things, but all right, it's here. Let me roll through this. Actually, let me see. 'Cause it's a 21-minute video. I'm curious to where the fuck is I can't click on this. Wait, leave it and then click on it. There we go. Cause I'm sure there's gameplay in here. You know what? I'll just let it run.
Not
Just
a
let it run.
lot of it. Not a lot of it.
I'll let it run though. I'll let it run. There we go.
And it's if you're
But yeah, this tweet
tweeting
looks bad
for
right now.
something important, maybe, but otherwise, it just seems like a need for attention, and in his case, actually pouting, and needing his fan base to come
He
and
be
say,
crying all the
"We're
fucking
so
time,
sorry
man.
that you have to suffer through that squad. We're so sorry."
In the game, out of the game, he seems like he's just
Have
crying
your
all the
best
time,
years
man.
being wasted by the Lakers' mismanagement, which is just absurd. My God. How many of you out there, whatever team you love, wish that your organization would make the moves that the Lakers do in order to try and help get a championship? I don't know how the Lakers keep pulling off what they pull off, especially being a Bay Area guy and watching the asleep at the wheel, dysfunctional, impotent Warriors organization.
He hates his own team.
Letting Steph Curry slowly starve to death. Anyway, that video is coming. And I know a lot of you keep requests.
Yeah, he said he's gonna make a video.
It's fucking depressing. So don't get too excited. Regarding players doing their job, which I mentioned in part 1 of this, go and watch that if you haven't. You know what I didn't do in the other video was take a look at what happens in that space that LeBron uses up on the floor when LeBron isn't playing. So let's take a look at that. We should reflect on some stats I was drawing
This is all
attention
crazy.
to earlier in the season. Remember the absurd in-season tournament, and they gave LeBron the
Yeah, I've
MVP
seen
for
this.
that. We're making a case for him being the league MVP. I can't even say that without laughing. And so I took a look at how the team did with and without LeBron in order to make a case that he's certainly not a league MVP if they're doing well without him. And so, by my count, LeBron has now missed 6 games this season. Here's a recap. They won against Portland when James sat out. They won against
Portland's
the
ass.
Spurs when James
Spurs are
sat out.
ass. As far as record-wise, right, and young teams.
When LeBron came back in against the Spurs the very next game, they lost to the Spurs.
I'll give you the Celtics so
That's-
far, but
that's
let
quite
me
a
see the
statement
other
right there.
ones.
Don't let that detail be lost on you. Especially since the game that they lost against the Spurs when LeBron played, AD was out. And then AD comes back in and they don't have LeBron. Well, no problem. They won. Just leave LeBron out. Did not win when LeBron sat out against Minnesota, but they also lost.
Oh, he's not even going off
LeBron
wins and
played,
losses.
so that
Okay,
kind
he's
of
just saying they played them when
cancels out.
LeBron was out. Okay.
But interesting.
Because if they beat the T-Wolves, that'd
LeBron
be
ducking
legit, right?
Minnesota.
One of the top teams in the West.
Yeah.
Top team. He did not play against Utah. Somehow the Lakers lost that one.
Jazz are like a mid-tier
Interesting.
team.
He did not play against the Clippers. The Lakers
Another top team.
lost that one. He did not play against Boston. The Lakers won. Skipping Minnesota, the Clippers, and Boston, 3 really good teams, is questionable, especially that Clipper game with it being a home game and rivals week. So that's 50% that the Lakers have won with LeBron sitting out, which isn't an incredible statistic until you factor in that LeBron left the team hanging against some top teams in the league. And they actually managed to go ahead and beat Boston. But what about the hypothesis that Anthony Davis is also part of the problem since the Lakers won without Anthony Davis? Well, with what I see Anthony Davis bringing to the table out there, I can't imagine not wanting to have him play.
Yeah, there's nothing that he's
But
doing
let's
that's
look at
taken
some
away
games
from the team.
historically
Anthony
and see
Davis,
how
what
that
I've seen.
factors in. When they won against Portland and LeBron was out,
I get
Davis was
I
playing.
think the things I've seen, he's
Remember
like
those
playing
two
hard this
Spurs
year.
examples?
No, he's
Well,
playing good. Yeah,
it's not
defensively too.
that LeBron
Yeah.
was and wasn't playing. On the night that LeBron played and they lost, Davis sat out. On the night that LeBron didn't play, Davis did play and they won. They've played the Rockets 4 times this season and they've split those games. What happened in those games? They lost the first match against the Rockets with LeBron playing and AD sitting. They won the next 2 matches with AD playing again, and they lost the 4th and final match when AD only played 29 minutes. Let's address the clickbait on
it's
YouTube
kind of
right now
enough,
about
whatever.
potentially trading LeBron James. Well, don't bother because it is what it always is. It's pretending that maybe you're waking up that the Lakers should trade LeBron James, and in reality, it's just
Looks like a
another
clickbait title,
excuse
by the
to
way.
give LeBron James compliments. So, like they ignore all the evidence on the table, and instead of talking about how much better the team is when LeBron doesn't play, they say LeBron should want a trade. Look at the numbers LeBron is producing at age 39. And this is why LeBron fanboys sound as dumb as they do. They're repeating the words of idiots on TV. Like, this is why us true basketball fans get so mad because you have people who know better. They must know better. And their job is to analyze sports. But their true job now is to continue to push the narrative of a guy that fucking hurts his team. And
All right, he's going there with it, but is there a team that could trade that LeBron could be traded to? Like, is that feasible at all?
I'm sure there are.
I don't know about the numbers as far as like their cap and their salary caps and all that shit like that, but I was looking at teams that where there's like just a giant. There's not a giant star on a team, but there's a lot of good pieces. Like something like Brooklyn, right? With like Mikal Bridges and shit, or
Nah, but you're thinking about it the wrong way, bro. The Lakers would want picks.
true. But if they get a young, I mean, yeah, true,
They could get one, bro. For LeBron, they're gonna ask for a young player and picks.
true. Well, Brooklyn ain't doing that good, right, this year.
No, they suck.
So they're like a yeah, but they want like a higher pick, right? They want like a a top three guaranteed pick or some shit like that. I'm guessing.
Are there is I don't think that's a thing in the NBA, right? You can't guarantee because of the lottery.
Oh, true. No, there's like top whatever top five, top three protected picks, right? To
Yeah,
where,
protected.
but
Yeah,
you can't just guarantee a top whatever pick. And also, the things always seem rigged to me. The lottery thing, the lottery
yeah. Well, it
picks.
definitely is.
But yeah, I don't know. I think there's teams that could potentially do it, but why would you want to? Why would you want? They brought LeBron into the Lakers, and it still ended up giving away their future, anyways. The future that they already had young players, right, on the Lakers. They ended up getting rid of them, right?
Yeah,
They could have kept the Brandon Ingrams, the Lonzo Ball. That Lonzo's been
Kuzma,
hurt, but you know,
Kuzma, Caruso.
Cleveland. Yeah, like, there's he goes to teams, and even if there was a future there where they built the future, like, hey, but we can give away some picks because we already have our future here. They end up getting rid of them anyways for the sake
No, and
of
what's
LeBron's
hilarious is
team.
it's like, bro, it's like what's hilarious. Like, yeah, he was a better player 4 or 5 years ago, but he's not dumb. He the worst thing LeBron could have ever done was enter the West. Even though the East now is really tough, the East is
Yeah,
not.
they're both
The
rough
East,
now. Yeah.
they're both rough now, and he's actually he did go to the West at a good time because like he wouldn't even get in the EHC really with that Cleveland team. Well, they wouldn't have gotten Mitchell and those players if he stayed there.
Yeah, true.
So and they have a hard time getting like above a 5 or a 6. Like on its face, bro. Like yeah, like the shit is over, bro. Like the jig is up. Like this guy cannot make your team get to the upper echelon of the standings because he's not that good of a player. It's a simple like yeah, he's getting points because the whole team is making sure of it. They're catering to his needs and shit on the court and off the court.
I mean, the only way to really know is if these other players go somewhere else and just start putting up 25 fucking points a game. If it's a Brandon Ingram, right, where it's like okay, clearly this guy could be good, and then they get rid of him, and then he turns into an all-star when he goes to New Orleans, right? And
What they even get for Brandon Ingram? Did he leave or did they
they
trade him?
they got Anthony Davis, right? They traded
Oh
him.
yeah. Oh okay. My bad. Yeah.
They traded him, Lonzo, probably someone else, maybe some picks or something.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. My bad. I'm tripping. I'm like, what the fuck did they get?
But we see what Brandon Ingram turned into. He's a fucking
Yeah.
mid-range sharpshooter. He can get to the basket. He can draw fouls. He can shoot the deep ball. He's
He's like a
not the
poor
greatest
man. Yeah.
defender, but
He's a poor man's KD.
yes, exactly. A really good one, by the way. A really good poor man's KD.
Yeah, he's very good. He's just not. He's like just he's like a couple steps behind. He ain't even.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's very good. He's not. That might even be an insult.
and it's like, well, he's not there anymore, but you need help though. But you just got rid of
Kuzma
him to get
too.
some help.
What the fuck is Kuzma now?
Kuzma's like a fucking scoring machine in Washington, right?
They suck though.
They suck ass, but he's doing pretty fucking good from what I've seen. He's like a 20-point per game player.
Low 20s, you think? Yeah, low 20s. 21, 6 and 4, shooting on 45% shooting.
That's 10 years ago. That's an all-star, man. He's just on a shitty team, and everyone's scoring fucking 20 points a game apparently now. But a decent-sized guy who can shoot three-pointers and maybe rebound when he has to. Not the greatest rebounder, but when he has to, and he's clever, so he can he's not gonna slow down your offense. It's like, well, get rid of this guy. He's gone. And it's like, well, where's your help, LeBron? Like, well, you lobbied to get rid of these guys, bro. Basically. And then when you lobby to get someone else in, like Russell Westbrook, you end up getting rid of him too. So it's like, what do we do with this? I'm not saying I know the inside NBA circles and shit like that, but it seems like he's running he has a big say
bro.
on the roster of these teams.
Ingram's young too, bro. Ingram just turned 26.
Yeah, he's a fucking animal.
He's 21, 5-5, 48% shooting.
He's an animal. And he's sharing that, the scoring. If it was just him on his own, he's putting up 28 points per game, guaranteed.
Yeah, and him and Kuzma are both forwards. They can't play with LeBron.
Yeah. And, yeah, I don't want to keep going on about it, but here we go. Let's go back to the video.
Has hurt the game of basketball. So don't bother clicking.
There's no way that's the real. That's not the real ESPN video.
Regarding what LeBron is doing at age 39, 40, whatever age you guys are attributing to him to make yourselves feel better. I want you fanboys coming on here commenting, give him a break. Give him a break. He's old. I want you, whenever you go and play basketball, if in fact any of you even play basketball, when you go pick up your team, I want you to all choose just the 40-year-olds out there. And when they don't play defense, and when they're slow and when they suck, you keep repeating the same shit. It's okay because you're old. We don't mind that you're not playing D because you're old. We don't mind that we're losing because you're old. It's fine. That's what our heroes.
There is some excuse making out there.
As a professional athlete to suck, doing his job that he shouldn't be doing because he's old, and yet it's fine because he's old. Make it make sense, you fucking morons. Let's read some comments. Quite a few of you mentioned.
All right, I'll give a little bit of this some attention,
they were really
and I might cut it off. I don't think he's gonna.
Give it a couple questions.
So many of you.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah,
I'm not gonna read individual comments, but I'm glad other people are seeing it. And for all you Laker fans who are sad,
the best way to respond to comments, it's not in the comment section. It's make a video and just respond to them.
I'm not even a Laker fan, and I can feel your pain. I have no pants on one. LeBron gets all the minutes he wants, all the shots he wants. They play the style he wants. They play through him. He gets all the last shots.
And it's less about the fucking shots he gets. It's more about the offense actually runs a certain, as far as this commenter, it's about the offense running a certain way. Imagine if they're in a constant, look at the fucking Warriors, the Warriors at their best, right? It's constant motion, constant screening, constant movement. Anyone can be a threat, but we know who the threat is. But because they're such a big threat, that now these other guys get open shots and all that. There's a constant. It is a fucking poetry in motion offense, bro. What I see a lot of LeBron's teams with offense. It's a lot of your turn, now my turn, your turn, now my turn, your turn. What he did with D Wade, right? Your turn, my turn. What he did with Kyrie, your turn, my turn. And then you have the third wing guy, right? The Chris Bosh or the Kevin Love, right? What is he doing now?
Smith.
Yeah, kind of the guys who kind of got to become good offensive rebounders or something to get their points. Right, to get their 15 to 18 points per game. And then now on the Lakers, you have your turn, my turn with Anthony Davis. And it's well, maybe you do have good players. You just don't know it because they're not getting showcased. They're not being able to show their talents because you're not running an offense that works for all of you.
Yeah.
And it's well, what do you expect? All right.
But it's always everyone else's fault. Could not be more true. You turn around and you give LeBron compliments.
Just want to put a comment. I hate LeBron.
Adding up numbers.
It could not be more true than that. LeBron is hateable.
On his channel over the last 5 years,
I can just see him doing that shit.
Of his team. Someone whose name starts with a Z continues with an XCVB. How am I going to try and read that? D'Lo, 14 assists, 1 turnover. Austin Reeves,
That's
32 points on
incredible.
10 for 18 shooting, and 6 Lakers in double-digit points in a blowout win against the best team in the NBA. You know what? It was almost 7. Another guy was 1 point away from being in double digits. You know, someone said they might not be the most talented team, but they look like a team and they flow like a team. You know what? This new age of the only way you can win is if you're just stacked to the gills with talent. Sucks. You know? Team play.
It's true.
Team play. Chemistry. What's crazy is how many people actually predicted that the Lakers might win against the.
It's true. Guess, this is something I've noticed. The 2011 Mavericks that beat that Miami Heat team, right? They don't get looked at as a great team. It's not looked at as they're a good team and they beat the fucking Heat. It's more like the Heat fucked up and lost.
Yeah.
And then they end up giving these accomplishments out to guys like LeBron James. Like, oh, you beat the OKC Thunder with Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, James Harden, like all these fucking names and shit, right?
Yeah.
Or you beat the Spurs with Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Tim Duncan, Kawhi. Like, they didn't have Kawhi at the time, but like, oh, you beat that team. Holy shit. Meanwhile, it's like you lost to this team that played more coherent as a team. Yeah, they had one definitive star of one side of the basketball, right? Dirk isn't some defensive wizard. He's one side. He's like the offense runs around him and through him. Not all the time either, because you have guys who can fucking hit pot shot. You have fucking, Jason Terry's and shit.
And Terry, yeah, Sean Marion.
Yeah, you have guys who can do other things out there. But they played team basketball and they beat the fuck out of this team who didn't know how to run an offense because they're this your turn, my turn shit over and over and over again. It's just like guys like D-Wade can just make that work, right? Guys like Kyrie can make that work because they can just know how to score. Like, they can just score the basketball. It is what it is. And yeah, so this idea of team basketball, like yeah, it does look crazy. Like, I guess the Nuggets would be the closest thing to that. It's even something like the Mavericks teams, or that Maverick team. It'd be the Nuggets, right? With Jokic being like the center point and a bunch of other
You got Jamal
pretty good
Murray,
players.
you got Gordon.
Yeah, Gordon, KCP, Michael Porter Jr. But Murray's, I think Murray's a step up from like Terry or Barea or Jason Kidd or Sean Marion or any of these other players. I think he's he's basically an all-star to me in my mind. Those guys are really good players, and Jason Kidd is obviously a Hall of Famer, but he was like older.
But at that point in Jason Kidd's career, he wasn't that.
Yeah, but he's still intelligent as fuck and knows how to play fucking basketball.
He's super intelligent.
I just need a time machine.
That's kind of how they beat him too. They fucking they let Barrera get loose, and then between Barrera and fucking Dirk, that opened up for Terry and Stevenson and those kind of guys.
Yeah, Deshaun Stevens. Yeah, true. I wish I had a time machine to see what these guys would do in modern NBA or modern NBA teams do back then. On and on and so. Not that 2011's that far away. It's just it was different basketball though. It's 100% different basketball.
Take them to 2005, 2006. See what happens.
I'd be so curious. Let's hear one more of these comments. They seem kind of generic so far.
That's how clear it's become to some people that LeBron hurts the team. At Duck McDuckinson says, what I'm seeing is people blaming LeBron and Davis. No, it's just LeBron. Let's see what they're doing. They try to include AD in it for no reason for the Lakers' failures. They also do that when AD has a really big game and LeBron has a lower number game. The title will be LeBron and AD combined for such and such.
He's done a video on that. I've seen that before.
They pull AD in there to lift LeBron, but I've got some interesting stats on is it that LeBron and AD are out, or is it that LeBron's out? Let's look at that real quick, and then we'll come back to comments later. Ray Phil, without LeBron, they have 5 players playing defense. They're passing to players who care about the team. LeBron just stands around and waits for a free shot to build his fake stats. God damn, that's so true. He really does. He waits under the basket, hoping his team gets the rebound and throw him the ball, while the other 4 go down court and play defense. In a sane world, this result would be the end of LeBron's GOAT case. Yeah, it's not a sane world. As I saw, they're still making LeBron out to be great and absolutely.
Well, then I think you have a major difference between the people and the media. I think there's even the media, the majority of the media still has MJ over LeBron. But fans for sure, it seems a lot more leaning to it. Maybe there's a ginormous LeBron fan club that I just have not run into as far as content. But a lot of it is LeBron James fan reacts to Michael Jordan mixtape, right? And then at the end of the video, like, you know what? Maybe Michael Jordan's better. Then they start like it's clickbaity and it's generates a shit ton of views, but most people want to see like like Michael Jordan's the best. Most people want to hear and see that. It seems like of the general population. I'm saying the media, you have your fucking, let's be honest, right? These little fucking fake journalist motherfuckers, man. These Nick Wright dudes, they're like just fake as shit. I don't care that he's cheering for. If he was doing the same thing for Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant or any other player, I'd be like, yo, this dude's fake as shit, bro. Why is he up here? This dude's trash. As much as I have a thing about Skip Bayless, it's like I think he's crazy in believing it too. Like at the same time, I don't think he's like a full blown like I just make shit up so that I get a chance to be on TV. I think he's fully a full dick rider of Tom Brady, of Michael Jordan, of all these athletes. A full hater of Terrell Owens and LeBron James and all that shit. I think he's actually that. I don't think he's just a full of shit fucking guy like Nick Wright is, and don't let me get started about Colin Cowherd. I think that dude thinks he's smart, but he's actually a fucking idiot.
Colin Cowherd's retarded, bro.
I think he thinks he's smart. The most sensible pick is LeBron James. Like, shut the fuck, you fucking idiot, bro. Someone dunk on this fool. Like, actually, like, in real life, dunk on him. Like, an actual hoop in basketball.
He's like an admitted troll. Like, he's admitted, like, he does shit for entertainment.
No,
like, he admitted that shit.
Makes sense, then.
Like, you really can't take him serious. He doesn't take himself seriously, and he's made a lot of money doing that, bro.
Well, yeah, there you go. But the Nick Wright dude. Good
Nick
God.
Wright is, Nick Wright's
good God,
on the take. He's on the take.
Good God.
He went to LeBron to get that hair transplant. LeBron's people hooked him up.
I'll sell my soul for some hair plugs. But is that the end of the comment? Let me see.
Absolutely ignoring the evidence that we all see. The narrative has
narrative.
Insane world. At Rico Suave,
how are these perfect storms happening the way your name is this and then
win when I heard LeBron wasn't playing. Wow. He holds up the offense because he has to get his numbers, his stats, because he can only play in that LeBron
Is this the next comment?
System. He can't just fit in with what the others are doing.
All right, so that's basically
we're good.
It's a repeat of the last thing. I mean, overall, after going 3 parts of this shit, what do you think? Do you think this old man has a perspective here that's worth considering?
I do. In the limited sense. Don't take everything he says at face value. But yeah, like he's definitely, and like he said, he did the legwork. He's showing you instances. I mean, we've only looked at certain things, but like I've obviously seen a lot more videos, and it's like it's a compelling argument.
Yeah.
It's honestly crazy that the opposing argument has the legs it has. I'll put it to you like that.
Yeah.
But that's almost like I almost see that as like a problem with society, bro. I don't know.
What do you say? Like they want a king? Is that they want the king? some sort of guy
it's
they get
like,
to
well,
watch.
this is like going out there, but like I don't know. I see correlations in a lot of shit where like in the NBA as a whole, but also in other things like anything involving a status quo or like a certain established order of things changing something, and then you immediately like dick riding that, or like a mass group of people dick
Yeah.
riding. So like I would even say the LeBron thing is separate, but it's just like I don't know, like I guess you could say it's being brainwashed. Whereas like you think you're thinking for yourself, but you've really heard this from someone else that might be prominent, and then now you like accept it as reality. But if I prod you enough, you probably will back down or just stop talking about it. If I fucking if I fucking keep
That's
badgering
good.
you with information that contradicts that,
Yo, bro, I gotta get my clothes out of the dryer, bro. Like, I can't do this right now.
yeah, I can't do no. Like, all right. It's like, oh,
Or,
yo, I'm tired. Oh, I'm playing a game right now. Sorry. Just like there's a lot of examples. Like,
I mean, for you politic motherfuckers out there, like, take what Anthony just said right there. Like, guess what? These things are related. Like, in my opinion, as far as like the mental
it is,
thing of
bro.
it is so relatable, bro.
It is all relatable, bro. It is.
That's great.
Insert a topic and then insert people of prominence saying something and then you repeating it word for word, and then if someone else that doesn't think that way provides you with certain information, like not even information, just a certain perspective, and it'll like literally like haywire you where you're like, oh, I don't even want to talk about this. I'm done with you. Block or
Looking
I'm out
for
of
a
here.
way out.
Looking for a way out, yeah, dude. And like, yo, no disrespect, I've done that shit myself back in the day. Like in a certain, and I'm not perfect. In a certain scenario, I might do that right now. Like, oh, I don't want.
I mean,
It's human nature, bro. I just learned that. I just try my hardest not to do that, though. Not to be afraid to be wrong.
my God, that is a brilliant point to end this on. Yeah, fucking. If you're even watching this and you hear that portion, uh, like maybe do some because you could be the same thing with it, but just from the MJ perspective or the Kobe perspective,
Yes,
just on this
yeah.
topic, right? You can end up being caught in it that way, even though you may end up being quote unquote right because like maybe MJ is that good or something, but there's flaws that you might just be like glossing over for the sake of being right about it. And if someone presses you on it, you can't just be like, well, it's MJ though. I'm done talking to you. You're crazy, bro. I don't want to talk to you. Like at a certain like that I don't know what the word is. It cognitive dissonance? Is that the word? Maybe. Where it's
It's like even that, dude. Like I don't know. Like there's just a I don't know what's. It's hard to put into words, but when you see it, you know it. Where it's like
yeah.
you've put someone into submission, and they no longer want to continue interacting with you on that topic or in general.
And point is, just be blatantly honest. It's just sports, anyways. So just be blatantly honest about it. And you know what? That'll steer you away from trouble because you'll be able to say if you don't know something, you're able to say I don't know. If you know something, you're able to say it, and you won't be on the receiving end of the fucking clothesline from hell from some motherfuckers like I studied fucking hours and hours of this. I'm ready to wreck your shit, bro. You get to
Well, and then that's what I appreciate about like yo, like this guy is talking to a camera. He's he's not facing opposition, but I'd be willing to bet if I take this guy into a room full of LeBron dick riders, he will fare well. He will fare well
give me him
over.
on the footage and shit, and give me two raw talking, and like they can like go over a game plan and shit. I think they would destroy a room of fucking
They will destroy the whole room, bro.
100%, bro.
And it's like, oh, and it's like, you know what I mean? Like, and then like it gets to a point where, like, oh, well, MJ was a terrible dad or whatever. He's like, bro, like, yo, we're
Yeah,
talking
no.
sports here, bro.
He was a degenerate gambler. Did you know that? Like we're talking about basketball, man. Like, okay.
He had his family and he ruined his. He had his mom and dad.
Well, that'd be the bait for the MJ dick riders. They were like, no, he's perfect. He hasn't done anything wrong ever. Those guys get caught in that shit, the dick riders. But
Yeah.
either way,
Well, because I've heard Colin Coward, bro. Colin Coward is like, oh, look, MJ liked to smoke cigars. He liked to party. LeBron doesn't party. Kobe didn't party. I've heard him say this shit. Kobe didn't party. Kobe's a pescatarian. All he eats is fish.
pause, kind of. Uh, but the fucking it's the same thing Nick Wright does with MJ, and like because he's a bad like general manager, that he's not intelligent, like he's not basketball intelligent because he picks bad
That's great. I
players.
didn't know that shit. I didn't know that
Yes,
shit.
bro, because he's a bad owner or a bad GM.
It's like, bro. Have you seen the teams LeBron has constructed? Because it's not GM doing it, bro. It's him telling.
It's Danny Ferry with a saddle on his back. He's like,
And that's, and you know
LeBron's
what I
like,
mean? Like,
giddy
I
up.
wouldn't say I wouldn't call Jordan dumb, but yeah, that's a good point. Jordan doesn't know how to build the fucking team. I'll give him that.
It doesn't make him like basketball
Yeah, it doesn't make him
unintelligent.
unintelligent, basketball illiterate. I wouldn't say that.
It's worth bringing up, but Nick Wright leans on it as like a thing, like a pillar to fucking stand on, bro. Like bullshit, bro. Like what does that have to do with
Like,
him
bro,
playing
it's like, bro,
basketball?
I watched this guy in a flu game. Fucking, he obliterated team, bro, with a midi, bro. That's all he was doing, midi. Like, bro, that the intelligence required to replicate that shot over and over again in certain situations. Something LeBron can't do on a
No,
game by game basis. LeBron can't do that
no,
on his best fucking day. He can't do that back to back.
no, no.
Like make LeBron 3 inches shorter and take 40 pounds of weight. Good luck trying to fucking bulldoze people.
And it shows in his free throws too, because I've seen LeBron over the years where his free throw routine like straight up changes, like changes a lot because he starts struggling, which means it's a guy who hasn't mastered his release of the
He
basketball.
can't replicate. Yes, he can't replicate the shot.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a guy changing batting stances over and over again in baseball,
Fucking Kobe, bro. You seen Kobe, bro? It's like it's different, bro. It's
man.
like, and it's like, yo, like I know this guy's in the gym. I know LeBron's in the gym. He's working on his craft.
Yeah.
It just didn't click for him, and he didn't feel the need to have to do that because he's 6'9", 280 or 270.
Or you just get D Wade on your team and he'll do it. Or you get Kyrie and he'll do
And
it.
they'll do it, and they give you the space required for you to just be by the rim.
They'll hit the fadeaway middies, man. They'll be the mid post threats, man, or even the post up threats. But all right, let's end it. All right, that is part 3 and the finale of our reaction to some of the videos from Angry Old Hoops Fan. Shout out to his channel, this old boomer ass motherfucker.
Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, shout out to him. Man. He goes, he does the
content.
coverage, man. He does the coverage with it.
He does the legwork.
All right, that's it from us. Peace out.